To understand Egyptian mythology, we must begin at the very beginning, the creation of the universe. Picture a world before existence itself, a boundless void of dark, chaotic waters known as none. In this infinite abyss, there was no light, no land, no sky, only the formless sea of potential, an endless ocean where all things lay dormant, waiting to be born. From this primordial chaos emerged Atom, the first god, the source of all life. Alone in the darkness, Atom willed himself into being. The Egyptians believed he arose through sheer force of will, a self-created deity representing both completeness and creation itself. Atom embodied the totality of existence, containing all opposites, male and female, light and shadow. But Atom was not content to remain alone. To bring order to the chaos, Atom created two offspring, Shu, the god of air, and Tefnut, the goddess of moisture. With their birth, the world began to take shape. Shu lifted the sky high above, while Tefnut brought the life-giving waters. Together, they established a balance between the heavens and the earth, a concept the Egyptians called Mat, the divine order of the universe. Yet, the cosmos was still young, vast and empty. Shu and Tefnut soon bore two children of their own, Geb, the god of the earth, and Nut, the goddess of the sky. Here, Egyptian mythology takes on a vivid and poetic vision of the natural world. In their eternal embrace, Geb and Nut were inseparable. But Atom, now known as Ra, the sun god, feared that their union would stifle creation. So, with a mighty decree, he commanded Shu to force them apart. With this act, Ra created the space where the world would take form. Nut became the sky, arching above, while Geb became the earth beneath. And in the space between them, the world as we know it was born. But Nut held a secret one that would forever alter the cosmic balance. Within her womb, she carried 5 divine children: Osiris, Isis, Set, Nephthys, and Horus the Elder. Each would play a pivotal role in the epic struggles of life, death, and power. But these births did not come easily. Ra, fearing the prophecy that one of Nut's children would overthrow him, cursed her, declaring that she could not give birth on any day of the year. But the goddess of the sky was not without allies. Thoth, the god of wisdom and time, devised a clever plan. He challenged the moon to a game of dice, knowing the moon governed time itself. Through his cunning, he won enough moonlight to create 5 extra days beyond the official calendar days that lay outside Ra's power. On these days, Nut gave birth to her 5 children, ushering in a new era of gods and setting the stage for the timeless conflicts to come. Among her children, Osiris would become the king of the living, a wise and just ruler who taught humanity the secrets of agriculture and civilization. Beside him stood Isis, his devoted wife, whose magic was said to be the most powerful of all the gods. Their reign was a golden age for both gods and mortals, where Mat flourished. But not all their kin shared their benevolence. Set, the god of chaos and storms, burned with jealousy, a jealousy that would soon plunge the divine family into turmoil. As the sun god Ra grew older, his strength began to wane. Each night, he descended into the underworld to battle the serpent Apep, the embodiment of chaos. This endless cycle of death and rebirth reflected the eternal struggle to maintain Mat. And as Ra weakened, Set saw his chance to seize power. But Set's ambition knew no bounds. With cunning and violence, he devised a sinister plot to eliminate Osiris. He crafted a magnificent, ornate chest and, during a grand banquet, offered it as a prize to whoever could fit perfectly inside. When Osiris lay within, Set sealed the chest and cast it into the Nile, condemning his brother to a watery grave. Yet death could not silence Osiris. Isis, heartbroken but resolute, embarked on a perilous quest to retrieve her husband's body. Through swamps and deserts, she searched tirelessly until she found the chest, hidden among the reeds. With her magic, she restored Osiris to life, if only briefly, long enough to conceive their son, Horus. Though resurrected, Osiris could not remain in the world of the living. Instead, he descended to rule the underworld as the judge of the dead. There, he presided over the Hall of Mat, where the souls of mortals were weighed against the feather of truth. A just soul earned eternal paradise, while the wicked were devoured by the monstrous Ammit. In the realm of the dead, Osiris was not alone. Anubis, the jackal-headed god, served as the guide and protector of the deceased. It was Anubis who prepared Osiris's body for the afterlife through the sacred art of mummification. He ensured that the dead were properly preserved and guided their souls to the Hall of Mat. Anubis's black jackal form symbolized both decay and regeneration, reflecting the transformative power of death and rebirth. His presence was vital in maintaining the balance between life and death, ensuring that Mat was upheld even beyond the mortal realm. Meanwhile, Isis raised Horus in secret, preparing him to one day challenge Set and reclaim his father's throne. Under her guidance, Horus grew strong and wise, a warrior and a symbol of divine kingship. When he came of age, he stood before the gods and demanded his rightful place. For 80 years, Horus and Set waged war, battling across deserts, rivers, and the heavens themselves. In one contest, they transformed into mighty beasts locking horns as bull and serpent. In another, Horus lost an eye torn from his face by Set's fury. Yet, this eye of Horus would become a symbol of protection and healing, its power transcending the gods themselves. The conflict between Horus and Set was not merely a struggle for power, it was a battle between order and chaos, light and shadow. The gods themselves were divided in their loyalties, with some favoring Horus's lawful reign and others swayed by Set's raw power. The gods convened a great tribunal to settle the dispute once and for all. At the heart of this cosmic trial stood Isis, whose cunning and wisdom tipped the scales in her son's favor. In a final test of character, Horus demonstrated not just strength, but mercy, refusing to strike down his uncle when given the chance. This act of compassion won the favor of the divine assembly. Ultimately, the gods decreed Horus the rightful ruler of Egypt. Ra, recognizing the young god's valor, crowned him as the protector of Mat. Set, though defeated, was not destroyed. He was cast into the harsh deserts, where his storms would forever rage, but where his presence would also serve as a necessary force against stagnation and decay. Thus, Horus reclaimed his father's throne, and Mat order and justice was restored. His reign marked a new age for gods and mortals alike, where the eternal struggle between chaos and order continued, but hope, born from love and resilience, would always endure. The myths of ancient Egypt, though thousands of years old, still echo in the modern world. They speak of universal themes: order versus chaos, life and death, and the power of justice. These stories remind us that even in the face of darkness, light can prevail if we remain steadfast and true. If you enjoyed these epic tales, subscribe to Chronicles and Legends for more captivating stories from ancient myths and beyond. Your support helps us keep these timeless legends alive. Join us on this journey through history and mythology.